guys, so like I don't know how long ago this was, but somebody requested beginner's makeup. So I thought I would do that today. So I'm going to be using a lot of like drugstore-y type things, so like not like high-end stuff, because as a beginner I feel like everybody usually starts out with like drugstore type stuff and then maybe gets like one or two like high-end stuff, like just to like start off. That's just what I feel like everybody does. Maybe. So that's what we're going with today. So here we go. So first I'm going to cleanse my face, and I have a video that I posted a few days ago, maybe a week ago or so, about how to make this DIY cleanser or toner cleanser thing. So I'm going to cleanse my face or tone my face with this. So this was really simple. I think it's water, witch hazel, and 2 essential oils. I think tea tree and lavender. So it's super simple to make. Alright, so as like a beginner makeup person, I feel like you don't need a primer. And all of my primers are high-end, so I can't even do a drugstore one, so we're just going to skip primer and go into foundation. Now, in my opinion, if your skin doesn't look completely horrible and you're not breaking out a ton, you only need concealer. I only started out with concealer actually I started out with powder, and then I got concealer, and then I did concealer and powder, and then I moved to foundation and all of that stuff. But usually when people first start wearing makeup, they're like younger teens, so their skin doesn't really like look that bad yet, you know what I'm saying? Kinda, yeah. So, but I'm going to do foundation and concealer in case you wanted to know what foundation and concealer I recommend. So, I have the Wet n Wild concealer foundation, and what concealer am I using? I'm using the Age Rewind from Maybelline as my concealer, and I don't know what brand this beauty blender is, but really just get a beauty blender. They all pretty much work. And then go wet it with water. So I'm going to do that really quick. Alright, so I used to not believe in like the whole, oh, wet your beauty blender, like it makes a difference. Let me tell you, it does make a difference. So I would recommend wetting your beauty blender. That's really hard to say. Wetting your beauty blender. So it's nice and squishy now. So you're going to take, actually I should probably put my hair back first, because you don't want your hair in your foundation. So I always keep this headband like on my desk, because that's where I have all my makeup stuff, and it's just like ready to grab to put in my hair so I can do my makeup. So here's my foundation, Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Rose Ivory. So something I don't like about this is that it has a stick. I'm not a fan of the stick. And I've done it where I just put it on my face. I'm not a fan of that. You can do that if you want, but I like to put it on the back of my hand. So that's what I'm doing. And then you're going to take your beauty blender and just start going in over your face. And it'll just even out your skin tone all nicey nice. My skin doesn't look that bad right now, but I still like doing foundation. It just makes like my overall skin tone look better. You can kind of compare, I did this half versus this half, like this half just looks smoother, you know what I mean? So you also want to make sure you blend it down your neck so that there's no like random line where you can like obviously see like the foundation, you know? So make sure to do that. And I would say that's pretty good for now. So then I'm going to take my concealer, my Age Rewind. I love this because it has like the little poof. I'm going to go under my eyes. And then on any spots that I have. And then just blend it in. This concealer is a little bit dark for me, but it works. Alright. So next we have powder. I don't know if this is, I feel like you could get this at like Rite Aid or CVS or Walgreens, but I never remember seeing it there. But I know you can get it at like Walmart or Target. So we're gonna include like Walmart and Target in like the drugstore area. So like, yeah. So I decorated this because I was bored one day. So this is just a CoverGirl powder with this lovely colorful leopard print that I did on it because I was bored. And it's just pressed powder. Mine is in the shade Buff Beige 225. You can really like, I don't have a good cheap brush set, but you can, like, some of the brushes I would recommend would be EcoTools. Like, EcoTools are like really soft, really great. I would recommend them for brushes. So I'm just going to, this is what I do, okay? I like to pat it into my skin because I feel like that does more than like sweeping it on. Just my opinion. But you do what you want, especially under the eyes. The rest I kind of like, I'm more like, I don't spend as much time on, but under the eyes I like to make sure it's like pressed in there. And like places where I put a lot of concealer, I like to make sure it's like nice and set. And this also helps even stuff out and just mattify like everything that you've done. So like my chin, I like to focus it on because I usually conceal my chin like a lot. Because that seems to be a spot where my skin likes to die. And I like to like sweep it down my neck because I feel like there's not that much there. You don't have to contour. I wouldn't recommend it because it's really hard. I still haven't really mastered it. But if you want to contour, I would recommend the Wet n Wild contouring palette. So I really like this because it's super big and you can just take any brush. See, my bronzer brush is actually from EcoTools. I love it. And this is what I do because I suck at it. I just like to hit the corners of like my forehead, and I don't do a lot because I suck at it still, and just kind of blend it out. So like you can almost not tell it's there, but like it is there. So like, I don't know, I don't put a lot because I suck at it. And then I do this corner, and then this is how I learned it when I was first like learning. I learned through YouTube because my mom didn't do all this craziness, but it's called the 3E, I think, or something like that. Basically you want like that shape, so start from like the corners, cheekbone thingies, and then jawline. So that's how I learned it. So I don't do it like this anymore, but I would go like this, like that, and obviously like blend it back out, but I would do that, and that's how I would think of it. Now I do it in like separate steps. So like I usually do the corners of my forehead, then I'll do like cheekbone area, and then the jawline. So that's what I do. That's how I learned it. Sometimes I do the side of my face. Just depends on how I'm feeling. Alright, and then I don't really have like a drugstore blush. I don't know if you can find this. Like, I don't know where you can find this. But this is like my most closest to like a drugstore blush that I have. This is by City Color. This is the Be Matte blush. And I don't actually know if you can buy this because I got it in my Ipsy bag. And sometimes things from Ipsy, from like brands, are like exclusive to like Ipsy. So like I have no idea if you can get this. But something that I learned is that blush color is important when trying to like find one that looks good on your skin. And I don't know for any other skin tones because obviously I haven't like researched that, but if you're pale, peachy tones look really good. So I have, where's my blush brush? I also designate brushes to certain products. So like I have a bronzer brush, I have a powder brush, I have a blush brush. I don't like switch them up. So I would recommend getting a brush for each like step. I know some people like just use the same brush for like 5 things, but like I don't do that. I don't know. So I'm going to take this peachy color right here and just go like that. I don't do a ton of blush. I just do it so like it looks like I have some color. Ta-da. It looks so harsh on camera. I don't know what the heck. I have the CoverGirl Instant Cheekbones highlighter thing. Is this even highlighter? This is contouring blush. I use it as highlighter. So, I have used this middle one as blush, but I don't know, I'm not really a fan of it because I'm just not a fan of it. But I use this color right here as my highlighter. So, I get most of my stuff from Ipsy, so like, I don't know, find your own brushes for everything. And I'm just going to go into the light shade because I'm pretty pale, and just go right there for my highlighter. I would say you don't really need highlighter because like you're starting out with makeup. This is beginner's makeup, but if you really want highlighter, I would go with this one. I don't know, but I mean, highlighter seems like all the rage these days, so whatever. Alright, now eyebrows. I am not a big eyebrow person. Like, all I do is fill mine in. So I use 2 different things. It just depends on what day that I'm doing my eyebrows. It just depends on what I feel like. But these are the 2 things I use. I don't know if these are necessarily like drugstore-ish. I don't think you can get them in the drugstore, but you can find something very similar to these in the drugstore. So I use the Brow Gal by Tanya Crooks. It's just a little eyebrow pencil. And then also, I know they have this at like Walmart and Target and like stuff like that. I have this Pixie by Petra eyebrow thing. I don't know. So that's what I do. Today I'm going to go in with a pencil. You can just get any pencil that you like. And I don't do anything fancy. I just fill mine in. Bam. See? Difference? I don't know. That's what I do. Bam. Eyebrows. Okay. So then, eyeshadow. So this is one of the things that I love. This is like one of the things I discovered when I was doing makeup. They sell these things, and they are the Maybelline color tattoos, and they look like that, and then you open it, and it's kind of like, mine's really old, so like, don't mind that it looks really old, but they're kind of like an eyeshadow, like a cream eyeshadow type thing. I use them as eyeshadow bases, so that's just what I do. So you can take your finger. I usually use my middle finger, and I just, see, mine's really hard because mine's really old. I should get a new one. Oops. And I just go in. So then I take it on my finger, and I just go over my eyelid. Some people use brushes. I use my finger. And then I put it in the corner of my eye too. Bam. There's my eye. And then I do it on the other one. Alright, so, oh, by the way, mine was in the shade Barely Branded. I feel like this is just like a nice, like, gold-toned, neutral thing. I don't know. That was my first one. I only have 2. This is my other one. It's in the shade Too Cool. It's just a white for days that I'm feeling white. I don't know. Just depends. They're both really good. Just depends on whether you want a white or a beige, I guess. So, I feel like most people, when they start out with neutral colors. So, that's what I'm going to do. This is by e.l.f. I love e.l.f. They're amazing. This is the Baked Eyeshadow Palette. It's the California one, I believe. Yeah. And they just give you a whole bunch of different shimmers. Now, I know some people aren't into shimmers, so if you're not into shimmers, I would recommend the, what is it called? Can't remember stuff. This is the one I would recommend. It's also by e.l.f. It is, I can't open it, the Mad for Matte palette. And it's just a bunch of mattes. I'm a shimmery girl, so I'm going to go in with shimmers today. So, this is what I do. You can take, okay, these are the types of brushes I would recommend. Oh, this one's by EcoTools. So I would recommend just a brush that looks like this. Nice and like I feel like this is like the typical like eyeshadow brush that you think of when you think of an eyeshadow brush. And then I would recommend getting, oh shoot, I can't find any. Oh, a fluffy brush. It's good for blending. Mine's a little crooked, but oh, and it has a sparkle on it. Fluffy brush. Actually, if you can get a dual-ended brush, that'd be epic. But this one, I really love this one. This one's by Luxie, so I don't know if they're like drugstore. I get them in my Ipsy bag. But this one has a fluffy brush, which I really love. And this other one, which I don't really know what this is, but I use this for blending, and I love this. So I'd recommend that. And then I would also recommend, oh, where is it? Oh, see, now we're switching brushes out. We're making this way less complicated. A pencil brush for under, see, I go in phases. Sometimes I use a pencil brush for under my lash line. Sometimes I use a fluffy brush. All depends on what I'm feeling. You can really do whatever you want with makeup. So I'm going to be using these two brushes today, which is like 4, but that's what we're doing. So I'm going to take this shade right here. I don't think they have names, so I'm just going to point to it. This shade right here. It's like a nice neutrally tannish shimmer. And I'm just going to put that all over my eyelid. I feel like these shadows work better wet, but you can really do whatever you want. Sometimes I will take water and put the water on the eyeshadow and then use them wet, and I feel like that works really good. Makes them really sparkly, but they work fine like this too. And then I'm going to take the pencil brush end, and I'm going to take this center color. It's like really light, and that's going to be my inner corner color because you want your inner corner to pop. Something I learned right away when I first started learning how to do makeup. You want your inner corner to pop because it opens up the eye. Bam. And then you can either use a fluffy brush or a whatever this brush is for this next step. And I'm going to take this like goldish toned one in the bottom. And this is going to be my outer corner and crease color. And you just want to go in your crease and in the outer corner. And it adds depth and dimension to your eye. Alright, and then when you're done with that, I take a little bit more on the brush and I go under my lash line. Very lightly. Okay, next is usually eyeliner. So one of my favorite like drugstore-esque type things, again, I don't know if you could find this in a drugstore, but I know I've seen it at like Target and Walmart, is the Pixi by Petra Endless Silky Eye Pen in black. I don't know if they come in any other colors, but mine's black. And it's actually really tiny because I've used it a ton. And I like to do my waterline. And this took me a while to learn because, like, if you're just starting out in makeup, like, it's really scary to be like, oh, I'm going to put this, like, right near my eye. So this is what I do. I pull down my, like, my eye skin, my pinky, and I just go on my waterline. Like that. And there you go. Bam. I don't know. It's easy once you get the hang of it. And then mascara. One of my drugstore faves is the Maybelline The Colossal Volume Express. I don't know. I just see them as different colors because they come in like 18,000 different colors. So I'm going to be using this one today. I don't really do anything special. I need to look in my mirror for this. But I just keep going until I think it looks good. Like that. And then I do the bottoms a little bit. But not too much. Hopefully you can kind of see a difference. And then I do the other side. And bam. See, it's making my makeup look uneven because my window's like here and I don't have a light source here, so this half looks darker. Anyways, I would not recommend any winged eyeliner if you're a beginner because it takes a long time to master. But it just takes practice. So practice, except don't practice too much in one day, because otherwise it's gonna make your eye like really sore. And then lips. Okay, I recommend NYX for lips because NYX is like amazing. So this is one of my go-tos from NYX. It is their soft matte lip cream. I really like this because it's like a really neutral toned thing, and it feels really good on the lips. I feel like mine's a little bit red, like a little bit darkish, a little bit reddish. But I mean, I really like crazy colors. This isn't really crazy, but I tend to go for darker colors. I don't really go for lighter colors. I will on occasion, but not really. But just pick a shade that you like. But this is the shade that I like. So I feel like that's really it for like beginner's makeup. That's kind of simple. Like, it took a long time, but it's like really simple. Like, it only took a long time because I was like explaining it, but it doesn't take that long. So yeah, and especially if you practice, it gets like really easy. So like, practice makes perfect. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you use any of the products that I use, or if you like any products, or if you have any opinions, comments, suggestions, questions, anything, comment down below. I'd love to hear them. Leave me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. And then, oh, also comment down below anything else you'd like to see, because I have nothing to do for the summer. So, also, do you like my pirate flag? Like, how random is that? So yeah, stay tuned for some random shenanigans, like a room tour, because I'm doing that, closet tour, as you can see, sneak peek, ooh, cabin tour, I don't know what else, but yeah, we're doing random shenanigans this summer. Oh, and then also Throwback Thursday, look forward to that, because I'm bringing that back. And then also, if you're not subscribed already, subscribe, but then also hit that bell to get notified when I post, because I don't post like on a schedule. Like, I'm trying to do daily uploads, but like this is not really working, so like I just post like randomly. So make sure to turn on post notifications. And then also, if you like makeup and if you're interested in it, you can follow my makeup Instagram at Kylie'sCats22makeup and see all of my wonderful eye things, because I usually post pictures of my eyes because that's like my thing. Sometimes it's face, sometimes I do little videos, but it's mostly eyes because that's like my thing. So yeah. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!